We all know. The public knows.
You don't know what's happening.
Okay, if a mask stops the virus,
No.
why does it not stop smoke?
And then you can scream all you want. At least give them the respect that they deserve. These people are on the
Give us the respect we deserve as free American citizens.
Don't put him on there. Don't put him on there. Oh, don't put him. No, just his voice.
We're trying to give you a complete picture of what is
This is why I love Casper, Wyoming. I'm not gonna put up with this shit. Nobody's in here wearing a mask except for the tyrants at the front of the room.
come together and figure out how to battle this with or without voluntary masks. We are not here to do masks. Please listen to the experts. Then if you want to get mad, yell at us because we're the ones that are going to make that call. And the state will make that call. We are here to educate you, to give you an opportunity to hear what is happening in our...
So for every expert you got out there, there's experts out here that say you're wrong. Where are those experts? Why is it not a balanced thing up here? It's all one-sided with your experts. Bring on some other experts and let's hear both sides. This is a brainwashing propaganda Delphi meeting and we're not going to sit for it.
Yeah. Sorry to put the phone down so I could.
Okay, Matt, first off, this isn't a hearing. What we're asking. The commissioners are willing to do whatever. But I would ask you to have the decency to please, at least listen to the experts. You don't know what's happening in the hospital. You're only reading part of it. At least give these professionals the decency and courtesy to listen to what they have to say. Again, we are not talking about a mask mandate here. We are trying to get information out.
Will the CEO of the hospital explain to us the funding from the federal government based on the COVID patients in that hospital so we can understand the financial transaction between the feds and that hospital?
Sir,
is there a bias there in what he's going to tell us? Because there's some money involved.
Sir, all I can tell you is the purpose of this meeting was to get out to you what our county health department is facing, what the nursing homes are facing, what's happening in our schools and stuff. This is not about masks right now. It came out that way.
Your mask
But that is not the purpose of this meeting. Please, let's
What do you
just...
mean what you're going through?
You guys already took away all the exemptions for the kids in school.
Just let these guys talk. You can yell at us all you want when we're done. I'll sit here and you can yell. All of you can yell at me when we're done.
No, you'll leave.
But these gentlemen deserve the right to be heard. That's why we...
So do we.
Well, they say 10 COVID deaths. Is it COVID only or COVID related?
We are not voting on anything today, folks. We are not voting on anything.
There's a 99.8% recovery
We are
rate.
asking you
Why
to
not we
listen,
wear it
and
now?
this is going out to the public. At least let these people speak.
We didn't vote for this.
We're not here to talk about what's right. And
We
wrong.
are.
This is an opportunity we are trying to afford.
I love Casper, dude. We some gangsters over this bitch.
Justify what you're about
And
to
ask of voluntary things. that
Isn't
you
this a
do
special
to
joint
help
meeting?
nurses.
This is a special joint meeting. It doesn't get any better than this.
We can listen if we don't question our intelligence, and that's what you seem to always do.
Yeah. We're not stupid. Way more informed than you let us believe, or whatever the hell I'm trying to say.
Sir, this guy is very polite. He has his hand up. Sir, could I have, do you have a question?
Well, it's not just a question. For one thing, I explained to the mayor pretty a while ago. I'm a lawful American residing in Wyoming. I'm a disabled veteran. My mission-oriented service in the military was as a chemical, biological, and radiological warfare specialist. I served proudly, and I'm not going to yell and scream at anybody. When Senator Anderson was informed back in February what should have been done to stop this in Wyoming, Mayor Field, I'm not a yeller and screamer.
It's a commission meeting right now.
Well, I do understand that. But you're not gonna have your meeting if these frustrated people are going to vent reactively. You're not gonna get a chance to say, I have all respect and honor for Dr. Dowell. I will listen to what he says. He did everything humanly possible to save a man I love and respected very much. They're not gonna stop the village. It could only have been stopped back when it was first introduced into the U.S. You're not going to get ahead of it because you're just going to be chasing it everywhere, all across the nation, not just in Wyoming. Well, yes, it is a mutated virus, and that's why they're having such difficulty finding the vaccine. However, there are alternative methods that are proven because they worked on our president that allows him to keep going. The masks are only 66% good for you. Your eyes are also vulnerable. Drop skill in your eyes and you're infected. That's it, people. Drinking out of the wrong glass, the wrong bottle, and the wrong kind. That's it. COVID-19 is not going to be stopped. People are dying.
No.
People are going to die.
People are going to die. It's true with anything.
Okay, hold on. I'm not arguing.
People will die.
I wear a mask and gloves because my wife is immunocompromised. It doesn't stop me from going out in the public. I believe Mayor Field can attest to that because I do go to city council meetings. But if you yell and scream, there's no communication. There's just a lot of noise. If you're angry and upset, I understand. I'm frustrated as hell because I know what's happening. I know what's going to happen. Excuse me for putting it this way, but some of the powers that be are interested in other things. Yeah. People, has anybody here heard of Taiwan?
Yeah.
May I stand, sir?
Yes, Stan.
Yes.
You don't need to ask their permission.
Taiwan is an island nation.
You seem to have the floor.
When this started, Taiwan locked down. No one in, no one out. Taiwan has an infection rate of less than 0.01%. They didn't let anybody in, they didn't let anybody out. The only way this could have been stopped was at the very beginning, if as suggested to Senator Anderson, 80 east and west, 25 south and north, 90 east and west should have been locked down.
Because as soon as you open it, it would have kept going through.
Over the sniffles? If you're immunocompromised.
Shut it down forever. I am immunocompromised.
But if you
I'm gonna
All right, get off the stage.
Over the sniffles.
Get over the sniffle.
Sit down.
So,
Okay, next.
We're getting off a whole bunch of other things. Let me, about anybody else, the purpose of this meeting is simply information. We are not voting on anything. We're not mandating anything.
But you need to hear what we feel about it.
We are trying to just simply give the public what factually is happening.
Give us that.
What we should have done, whatever. But please, at least let these gentlemen and lady.
Didn't Laramie County do the same thing?
And when
Right
we're
before
done,
they mandated.
Yeah.
we'll sit here and you can vent at us all you want. This was, we're filming this. We want to get this out here so that people will take seriously social distancing, washing your hands. If you're
Does it look like we care?
wearing a mask. That's all we're trying to accomplish here.
What about fresh air
So
from the
let-
diet
I don't care about
exercise?
social distancing.
Field
We're
our
not
own
social
here to
distancing.
discuss anything. We're here to just
We've
simply
heard nothing
inform you
about it.
of what is happening. We are not making
You're just priming
any
us for a
decisions.
mandate, and you're telling us
We
you're
are
not.
not making any decisions here. It's simply informational. Please, let these gentlemen tell you what is happening. They're doctors.
Then have it two
And
sides.
you can, if you want to
If we
discuss
hear from both sides, that's what's
constitutional
fair.
rights and all that, that's fine. But that's not what the purpose of this was.
Homeboy doing
Please.
is staring people down.
When Dr. Cal says this is not political,
He's wrong.
He has a view regarding masks. Excuse me, he has a view regarding masks. That's from his professional standpoint. We're not asking.
Where's his counterpart?
We are not asking him to. We are making no decision. He's going to tell you that he believes masks are effective.
There are medical professionals. There are medical professionals in this town that have a different opinion. Why are they not up there with you?
We are simply saying his opinion is let him have his opinion, and we're asking you to voluntarily listen. Voluntarily, just give these doctors an opportunity to tell you what is happening. What's happening in the hospital. Please, just let him talk. When you're done, you can yell and scream it. We can have a civil conversation. We can have a nasty one. But at least let them speak. That was the purpose of this meeting. All right? You can agree to disagree, but at least let him speak. And let Dr. Ghana speak.
Oh, they're just going to go. I just want to make him miserable.
Let's try. What I'm trying to do is paint a picture as to what's going on in the community right now. And it's important you know this for your families. You know, it's a very contagious virus. In the hospital, as of this morning, and I worked there this morning at 31 or 34 patients hospitalized with COVID. We have 6 in the intensive care unit. We have one person, 54 years old, perfectly healthy, that is dying today, and another one, 56, who's going to die probably tomorrow. We have nursing homes that have probably 60+% of your family members infected with COVID, and there's some of them dying. We have doctors, nurses that are infected and can't work. So our concern is what are we able to do to keep the community safe and healthy and allow you to be able to get in the hospital if you need it, allow us to do the surgeries we need, not cancel all your surgeries that you need for your hip or whatever you need done, and work together to keep everybody healthy and safe and not ill, because if we have a ton of infection in your healthcare workers, we can't do what we need to do for you and your families. And we want to keep your businesses open. But if we have too many workers that are sick, we can't. Our goal is not to torture anybody. I don't like a mask any more than you do. Who does? But we have to wear them. If we didn't think they were helping us stay safe, we wouldn't wear them in the hospital when we're exposed to COVID all the time. I wear goggles and a mask. We have to.
Your choice.
Your choice. You've always done that.
No, but our goal is to help all of us stay healthy.
It's like the flu.
And please.
Medications that the president said, why can't you get the same one?
And why can't we get
We'll
back to
use
work
them.
now? Why can't we get vitamin C and vitamin
No, wait, listen. We have the stuff that you're able to get. We get it because it can kill people.
How much money are you raising for the hospital? With all this
37,000 per COVID death.
Come on, let him go.
Okay, well, the buck, what?
$37,000 from the federal government for every COVID death you get.
Right.
There you go. Bingo! Bingo!
Well, acts like we don't know what that.
Where did you get that?
Everywhere.
The CDC's website.
Yeah, the CDC.
You're 20% more over Medicare.
Come on, please.
I was just curious, with the people, I know you said that they're perfectly healthy, but, okay, so if they're dying, I'm gonna say they weren't healthy.
Yes.
No, people.
COVID-19 right now,
Listen,
I'm healthy, and I'm just gonna all of a sudden be dying because I don't have any underlying conditions. Do these people have underlying conditions?
no.
None.
No. Some do.
Some do. Here we go.
But where was the
9 out of 10
no?
do.
You were so quick to say no.
No, it's just like.
No, you weren't.
Nobody trusts this
Any
motherfucker.
infection. If might take whatever you want, a pneumonia.
So the flu
You have
does the
young
same
people
thing.
die of pneumonia that are perfectly healthy. You have older people that survive it that have COPD. It depends. Look, none of this population, none of us have had exposure to this virus before, and we don't have protection. That's why some people die.
What are the flu numbers? Has anybody got the flu this year?
It was
And
like 10
pneumonia,
none.
what about
No,
pneumonia?
nobody's got the flu. Now it's all COVID.
Last year was like 10,120. This year's at 0.
No, you're not right.
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay, well, thank you.
That's hilarious.
They've done tests on masks, on viruses for years, right?
That's correct.
And they've always proven that it is 0% effective. And then in 2015, the one study showed 3% ineffective. That means you're higher risk of getting a virus than not wearing a mask.
Studies
Higher
don't-
risk.
no.
And then for a bacterial infection, like the plague, right, was when masks were invented and they worked. So we're looking at the plague that they worked, and never before or never after did they ever work. And that's every single study.
No, actually the Spanish flu, it was 74% of deaths were all due to bacterial pneumonia. Every single one of them.
Did you ever ask the question why people wear masks in operating rooms?
It's for bacteria. It's for bacteria, not for viruses.
Hey, listen, no, wait.
That's a bullshit, like he knows that one. It's bacterial. And that's what all surgical masks are, not for viruses. It's for bacterial contaminants.
People don't need to wear masks.
Please,
Those masks cause
listen.
pneumonia.
All we're trying to do is tell you.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to out to the county commissioners, Wyoming statute 164406, disruption of public meetings.
Of course.
If any public meeting is willfully disrupted by a person or group of persons so as to render the orderly conduct of the meeting unfeasible and order cannot be restored by the removal of the person or persons who are willfully interrupting the meeting, the governing body of the agency may order the removal of the person or group from the meeting room and continue in session, or recess the meeting and reconvene at another location. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I would submit that given the tenor of what's going on here, that this meeting is not feasible, cannot be continued as meeting at this point.
Just remember, you guys have to live with us in this community.
Hey, listen up. Some people came here to actually hear something.
Hear lies. Hear lies. She said 1,388 cases was 20% in Casper.
I'm just pissed off at all this crap.
All they're doing is spewing bullshit lies.
You want to hear me wearing a mask, okay?
Facebook.
I don't even want to be here.
I got
No one
read
wants
the
to
paper
go home.
together.
But can I at least listen here? I drove all the way down here. I'm exercising my rights to listen to this man, as everyone else is in
And
here
he's already
is.
just
and
giving
we
us
want to
floppy.
hear what they have to
Oh,
say.
there's no
And
pre-existing.
every time you interrupt.
And I'm exercising my First Amendment right to interrupt their lying BS bullcrap propaganda. My First Amendment right.
Then get up and leave. You have that right.
I want
I have the
to
right.
challenge them on every stinking
I have the
lie that they've
right,
got
and
to
so does
spew.
every other person in this building have the right to listen to what they have to say. You don't have that right to infringe on it. So shut up, all of you.
Okay, just a minute. I want to try something. The commissioners are right here in the front row. Fellow commissioners, how many of you are in favor of a mask mandate? Raise your hand.
How many of you will vote for a
Just a
mask
minute.
mandate?
Just a minute.
If
How
voting
many
is
of you
different
are
if they
in
think they
favor?
want it.
Raise your hand. Okay. Is that okay with you? Can we hear the people now?
Nancy, take your
We're
mask
not
off.
gonna do
different things we've seen time and time
We
again.
would like the community to know what's going on at the hospital. What's
Well,
going
but then he
on in
doesn't even tell the
community.
truth. He
Can
said
we
no
get that
pre-existing
out?
conditions real quick, and then backtracks. Oh, well, yeah.
She said 1,388
They've got to
cases,
get
not,
back to
and
the
he said
job,
10.
which is trying to save people. So can we let them talk?
The Fort Hospital was
Trust the science.
Trust the science.
No, we'll vote for one.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Gannon. I have zero political agenda. I worked with Dr. Rao for the last 14 years. We agree, we disagree, but by the end of the day, we listen to each other, we respect each other. By a show of hands, how many in this room hate COVID?
Couldn't understand it.
Those of you that didn't raise your hands, you like COVID?
It's a cold.
Don't play that.
It's a cold.
I'm not a kid.
By a show of hands,
Ask the
how
right
many of
question.
you believe that you are free people?
We're trying to be. We're trying to
Three
be.
at all.
By a show of hands, how many of you want to stay healthy? Would you allow me to tell you about my weekend?
They're free, otherwise it wouldn't be.
Does anybody want to know what this?
What's the survival rate? Instead of the doom and gloom, what's the survival rate?
I
real
am
one.
here to convince you that COVID kills people, it doesn't kill people. You've already made up your mind. You have heard since March, every single day on the news, how bad that is.
Misinformation.
No, we hear it every 2 weeks. We're going to flatten the curve.
To do things this way or that way. We're divided. It doesn't matter. You made up your mind. There is nothing I can say or anybody in here that can say that will change your mind.
If you come with
And I
facts,
do not
yes,
want
you
it to
can.
change your mind.
We're all
I
reasonable.
want to tell you that last night when I went home after seeing 7 people in the intensive care unit with COVID, one of them was tested negative, but had a high likelihood that I was in that
Numbers
room
are all over the place.
and got exposed. The first thing I did when I went home, when my girls came to hug their dad, I said, stay away from me, I need to shower first.
Just like I do with the flu.
Tell you how it is hard for me, my family personally, to go through COVID. So anyone who says, COVID is nothing, I invite this person to look at their neighbors, what's going on in our society, what's going on in this town, right here, right now. We have 30 patients with COVID in the hospital. People from South Dakota are calling us, and they've never called us before, to send patients from them to our facility because they're full. We tried to get patients yesterday to Denver for surgery. They would not take them because they're full.
I thought you had
Billings
34.
is full, and they're sending their patients back
Our
to
hospital
Sheridan.
only holds 34
Billings
people.
isn't not on
All are
diverse.
in the same boat. People who say no don't have an alternative. They say, oh, well, if we get sick, we get sick. Well, if you get sick, you're not only going to get sick, you're going to go to the hospital. And if the hospital is full, the hospital's not going to take care of you. And I have to stand up with those nurses and talk to them. And one of them yesterday, taking care of COVID patients, in tears. She could not take it anymore. She was overwhelmed. Another one came to her and said, how can I help you? She said, I need a moment. I need a minute. This is one of our sisters, the daughter in here, that's actually trying the best she can. And she's going to go home, and she's going to worry that she can give it to her family too. Do what you want with the mask. Do you think that if we have a mask mandate, someone's going to go and fine you for not putting a mask on?
It's in paper.
What's the point of a mandate?
They don't do a mandate.
This is not
Are you serious?
about
That's what the mandate is. This is about respect. I respect
Not about
everyone
respect.
who stood there.
Respect is a two-way street.
Have the right to be heard.
I thought it was about
I respect all of you. I respect that every one of us has a different opinion. And all what we need right now is to listen to the facts. I told you my experience. I'm just gonna let go of this. Gonna get Dr. Bleicher, Dr. Dowell, if you would allow them to speak, to tell you what they're going through. You cannot tell me what I'm going through because you have not been in my shoes, taking care of people dying and looking at you and telling you, Doc, my wife told me that I need to make peace with the Lord because I can die.
So now you're gaslighting us.
Yeah. Sir, we're all
We just want the truth.
to do the best we can.
We wouldn't let him talk if he was saying the truth, but he wasn't saying the
By
truth.
the end of the day, guys, I don't care if you like what I say or not.
We'll just say the truth.
All what I'm saying here is like, this is our life, and for you to say, no, it's not there, does not make
We
any
didn't say it's not there. We're just not as afraid as you.
You're a fear monger. They're sitting side by side, that's not social distance.
This is interesting, very interesting, is it not? What? It's very interesting, is it not? 4 minutes, I don't think we're gonna.
You're hard to understand with the
That
mask
looks like
on.
a real professional mask.
I first want to address, if I wanted less COVID patients in the hospital, I'd be here, right? If I wanted more because I was making more money, why would I think masking was a good idea?
Why have our numbers
How does
gone
that
up
make
since
any
everyone else
sense?
is mandated to work in school?
What does that have to do with money? Somebody brought up money. The hospital, PPE is very expensive. We've had to bring in a lot of extra staff, which is very expensive. Is the hospital full right now?
No.
You said it was.
No.
Yeah, I just heard from the first
Hey,
guy.
the first guy
it
said
was
we were at
full.
100%
Now we have
capacity.
34 people and 10 deaths that had no pre-existing, but
You
now
know,
they
we
do.
do a ton of free work. First off, you don't get paid for deaths. Second off, hospitals don't make the money. Hospitals make money doing surgeries and other things. Fine. So we have in March.
They get money per
4 to 5
diagnosis. There's
patients in the hospitals with COVID. In March. And remember then, Trumbull County had, what, 10, 20, 30 cases? Over the summer, we had about 8 to 10 in the hospital. What were our numbers then, Anna? 100, 120? As the numbers go up, the hospitalizations go up. After the hospitalizations go up, the deaths go up. You can't argue with that. It's a fact. We have 30 patients in the hospital right now.
Nobody's arguing that though.
30 with COVID.
We all say that that could very well be, but how does a mask stop?
Which is well
getting
beyond any other diagnosis we have in the hospital. The other thing I'd like
How
to
many
add
flu patients?
is the cavalier way in which you dismiss people with chronic diseases. Over 40% of this country is obese. That's one of the highest risk factors.
Go outside.
So I don't understand why you argue that somebody with diabetes or hypertension or obesity or heart disease should die. How does that make sense?
Their choice.
Now we're being gaslighted again.
Here we go.
Patients with chronic diseases. The more chronic diseases you have, the more likely that you're going to have issues with this. But there are people that were healthy before this that are dying. We had one from Lander that was 40 years old that we didn't take that passed away. I don't think you guys are getting the gravity of
With
this
no other
situation.
disease, no other problems. Just COVID took that guy.
I'm giving you COVID statistics.
No, you're
You
not.
won't answer it.
I'm just telling you statistics about the hospital. Are you listening?
We know statistics probably better than you do.
So don't say it's not a real thing.
No one said COVID wasn't real.
It is logic that the number of patients in the community that have it parallels how many are hospitalized. And how many die.
I don't know what you're talking
talking about. You're up there.
Most everybody else is listening. I'm not.
Are there any PPE experts here?
Exactly.
We have plenty of PPE currently at the hospital.
Oh,
Experts. No.
I'd like to hear from an expert, like OSHA.
We have an expert in the hospital, yes.
No,
He's
not a
not here
hospital
today,
expert.
but yes, he advises us on all of our masking.
Does he advise for
He
cotton?
works for OSHA and now he works for us.
Let's hear from OSHA.
Yeah, let's hear from OSHA. Yeah, exactly. More testing.
You know, we really wanted to give the community some information, and this is on YouTube, but this isn't giving anybody any information about what's going on in the
Except you guys tried to lie.
So
you
got
saved the
called out.
community from getting gaslighted.
I would call and see the person.
So you're not gonna answer the questions of the people who are.
There's the coward's way
Been
out.
moved and
Coward's way
during
out.
this meeting, all
Take
those
the
in
coward's
favor,
way
say aye.
out. Henry.
We're out of here.
Henry, take the coward's way out. You always have.
Vote him out.
Henry won't. He's a coward. Henry, throw a pair. Talk to us.
Well, it's a wrap. That's what happens when you come here with bullshit. Sob stories. Oh, I don't get to go home and hug my daughter. I have to tell her to take a shower. We didn't come to hear about you have to take a shower before you hug your daughter, dude. All right.